Woo, daddy, what is going on, Cutback crew? What's going on, Patreon? What's going on, YouTube? How y'all doing today? It's your boy, Alex. Ant just got done going live, right, talking about the Josh Norman signing. I wasn't there because I'm here prepping, getting ready for fantasy football with the Cutback crew, with the TCC and some different members. This is going to be one heck of a draft. We got ourselves 8 people in this year's league, 8 people ready to go, ready to roll, ready to have, one heck of a season. A lot on the line too. There's a lot at stake. Everyone in this league is putting a little skin down as well, putting a little skinny down for this league. Winner of this league is going to walk away with a jersey from NFLshop.com, $130 value jersey. So it's going to be some bragging rights. The only person who won't get a reward, this guy right here. All I get out of this, just straight up bragging rights. That's it. Just bragging rights. Get to throw it in everybody's face, and I won't throw it in nobody's face. But Megan will definitely not hear the end of it if I am able to pull out the W in the league this year. Jay Hill also in the league, so hopefully that'll be some stuff that carries over into Face Off as well. Get a little trash talk going over there on Face Off. That'll be a good time indeed. We're getting really close here to the start of this draft. We got about 9 minutes until draft time, and I figured there's no better time really than to really dive into and go over really just this roster and what I'm trying to put together and how I want to go about attacking this draft. I'm in the Discord right now. No one else is in the Discord. I don't know if anyone else will be joining me or not. That's a-okay for me. And I got someone here telling me right now that they can't get in, so I'm gonna go check in on that and see if I can't help him get into the Discord. We'll see what happens there. But yeah, most of this league coverage is going to be specifically and exclusively on Patreon. Some of it will make it over to YouTube as well, so that way people within the Cutback crew know what's happening and what's going on with this draft, with this league, because next year we do want to expand this thing, make it a little more accessible, maybe more teams, more leagues, who knows? But there's a lot of ways that we can go about accomplishing that and getting it done. But yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun because there are a lot of things. There are a lot of things to talk about with this draft and how I want to go about addressing it. So first and foremost, scoring for this league. Scoring for this league is pretty straightforward. Most things are standard, but there are some things that are different. And the reason why I want to do it differently is that I don't want it to be like any other fantasy league that everyone here normally participates in. So what we have here is passing touchdowns are worth 6 points. 2-point conversions are worth 2 points, obviously, if you convert. Throwing an interception, -3 points. I know typically it's -1 or -2 in most leagues. And then pick 6 is thrown, -6. So those are the passing numbers. Those are the passing stats there. Rushing stats, 0.1 points per every yard. So every 10 yards equals 1 point. Rushing touchdowns, 6 points. 2-point conversions, 2 points. Receptions give you 1 point for receivers and running backs. Receiving yards, every 10 yards equals a point. Receiving touchdowns are 6. 2-point conversions, 6, of course. And then field goals. Standard field goals are all 3 points with the exception of 40 to 49-yard field goals, which are 5 points. And 50-yard field goals, which are going to be 6 points. Making a PAT gives you 1. Any field goal or PAT that is missed loses you a point. Defensive touchdowns, obviously the same at 6. Points allowed, if you allow 0 points to the defense, 10 points there. Points allowed 1 to 6 points gets you 9 points. 7 to 13 gets you 7 points. 14 to 20 gets you 3. Points allowed 28 to 34 costs you a point. Costs you 5 points if you give up 35 plus. And then there's points for yardages. I won't go through all of those right now. It's pretty basic, pretty standard. Obviously, the more yards you give up, the more points you lose. Sacks get you 2 points. Interceptions get you 3. Fumble recoveries 2. Safeties 2. Forced fumbles get you 1 point. Blocking a kick gets you 5. So you want your defense to do that kind of stuff as well. Special teams defense as well. It's standard as well, scoring. So yeah, that's pretty much the gist of that there. The draft is getting ready to start. So we're going to get ourselves ready and see what happens there. All right, draft time is here. It's on us. Let's take a look at the draft board. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's happening here. X is already gone with Christian McCaffrey. No surprise whatsoever. And let's hop into the Discord as well with Ram, who's a part of this as well. How you doing, man? You excited for this or what's up?
Yeah, I did a couple mocks.
Did a couple mocks already?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But us being a 49ers group, I know this is going to change everything.
It is going to change a little bit how people attack and stuff like that. So that's going to be.
Debo.
Oh, yeah. Oh, people are going to want to go
You
after
and
those
Debo
guys.
I'm split on. Fantasy-wise, like, I think they're just as equal. For our team, I can't. I think they're going to ball out. But fantasy-wise, I can't. Like, I see them both doing what they used to doing, like 800-900 yards apiece. I don't
Yeah, I
see
can
one
see
like
that.
outshining the other. But
I
Debo
think
rushes too, so that helps.
that's the thing. Debo's going to have the dual threat yardages, right? He's going to have those types of things. I see. I mean, Ayuk could easily have over 1,000 yards this season. I don't think it's going to be anything crazy like what some people are saying, like the 1,400 yards and stuff. But he could definitely have a big year.
You don't really throw it deep like that. Trey looks like he can. That's the one thing I like. Of course,
Agreed.
the rushing too.
Always.
Goal line, that rushing will help. We're not
Absolutely
great at goal line.
Well, I mean, I think in the red zone,
doesn't really work at goal line.
I think in the red zone we're all right though now.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Oh, there you go,
cool
X.
What in the world, dude?
That was funny.
I'm cool with the whole switching in and out type thing.
It's gonna be
switch the players out. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, it's gonna be that way this year. Like that's just the reality of the situation. Is they're gonna utilize both guys because both guys have different strengths and weaknesses. Okay, Tyreek Hill. Are y'all really?
So I don't know why, by the way, but when I open up the Discord app on my laptop,
you're good.
No. So like I opened on my laptop and I tried to join and nothing would happen when I clicked on the chat.
That's weird.
I tried closing and opening it back up, and then I used the link in the Sleeper app.
And it worked?
Well, it didn't work the first time. So I had to close it out again, and then I tried it a second time. And then it opened up a web page with Discord. Connected
it won't let me put it on my
web page.
That's
I went
weird.
Back to the app, the Discord app on my laptop, clicked on the chat there, and then it let me in. It switched it over from the desktop to the application.
That's interesting.
And then I closed out and it was working. So it was
annoying. By the way, are you the commish? I'm not sure.
That's me. No, that's me. We'll get there. So
I didn't take Mahomes, but I had to. I go best player available, and I mean, I'm sorry, like, I'm not going to waste that pick on Jones or Taylor, not Diggs.
Everyone's got their draft strategy. Everyone has their way they want to attack. I get that.
In fantasy, though, the two people I think that are overhyped, and they're okay, but I really feel like they're overhyped this year.
Mm-hmm.
Are Jonathan Taylor and Najee Harris.
And Najee Harris?
Why not? They're overhyped in fantasy this year.
Why Najee?
They're going to be good. I just not picking them top 10, 12, 15 picks.
See, Najee I will for one reason and one reason only, and that is I don't think they don't want to have to rely on Ben's arm. So if you can run the rookie this year hard, and he's gonna be utilized out of the backfield as well. If you can utilize both of those things, then you're gonna be in business.
I think he's gonna be good. I'll take him like the third or fourth. Is my point. Like, I can't rely on a rookie going. That's just me. I mean, I could be wrong.
No, I get it. I get it completely. You just don't know. No one really truly knows how he's going to be utilized, and they got
those guys before, like Kittle, Kelsey, D-Hop, Diggs. Like, I can name easily 15 players I draft before them.
Yeah, it's been a little bit for me. I'm not happy about that. Oh, okay. All right, well, I guess I get him, so let's go. Didn't expect to get him, but hey, I'll take it.
What? Oh, talking about Dodgy and you took him. I didn't realize
it. You're good, bro. It's everyone's got their own flavor, you know? Everyone's got their own flavor. They got how they want to attack. I get it. So yeah, I mean, so far, interesting draft strategy. A lot of people going tight ends really early, quarterback super early. That leaves me with a lot of potential for running backs here in a few rounds to really round out that roster. I feel like I got two good options there at wide receiver. I need to make sure I address the week 7 bye with a number 1 wideout and a number 1 running back. So I'm going to address that on the next time around. Need to see also, make sure I stay ahead of the curve. If I could somehow find a way to grab Josh Allen, that would be cool. That would be great. But we'll have to wait and see. Kind of where this board goes and where people like where they tend to be aggressive or where they're looking to go with things. Oh, there goes Josh, just like that. Wayne takes him. Mr. Breezy takes him. Now let's hop back in. Good call. Good take. Like that.
I've got my tight end. I got my quarterback. I got 2 running backs. So
that's good.
I always look at best. I always look at best available.
Yeah,
the running backs are starting to look kind of scarce.
Yeah, they are definitely.
Some decent ones, but nobody you're going to rely on. When I hear about these 8-person leagues, everyone's like, "My team is stacked." And then you look at everybody else's team, and
Look,
everyone
everyone's
else's
stacked.
team is stacked.
That definitely can be the case sometimes.
Yeah,
No. I
that's
want to do
crazy. I
that.
found out about your what's it called the podcast, and whatnot. I just seen want to join a fantasy league. Think you can beat 49 fantasy league? I'm like, hell yeah.
You just randomly see that on like your YouTube feed or
And
something.
then I joined and started watching your videos. I'm like, it's actually a cool. Some of them are just lame to watch. Like, either people just talk too much or don't know what they're talking about.
Well, I'm glad that you're liking it, man, because that's always been the thing with us is we all three of us used to coach, and one of us still does coach, and the other we've kind of taken since everything happened with COVID, we just took some time off coaching and just really tried to focus on. We want to focus on football, but we didn't think it was going to take off like this, and it has. So that's the good news.
Oh, congrats, guys.
Thanks, man. Not wrong. All right, let's go there.
The only reason I don't know who certain players are half the time is just because I don't watch college football.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I'll learn about these players as they're coming into the team.
I know a lot of people like that. I watch my college. Now, I'm not a college freak, but I know for the most part.
Yeah. Well, I had a couple players on my queue. He was one of them.
Oh, okay. That makes sense then. That makes sense.
Disappear. I'm like, all right, fine.
How often you guys air and whatnot? Like make videos and whatnot?
That's daily. Daily videos. Yep. So we got daily videos.
Much, but I always
No,
my me time.
It's hard. It's hard, and we get it. So we got daily. That's the nice thing though is we got daily content. So when everyone does get a chance to catch up, you got tons of stuff to watch.
Gotcha. And it's all
listen to.
Right?
We link.
Always, like
yeah.
Video out or something. I've seen a couple like that, so I can.
For whatever reason, when we started premiering stuff on YouTube, the Discord stopped populating it at times. So I always go in and throw the video link in there, so you can always hop into Discord into TCC videos and see that.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Michael Thomas.
That's
early.
That's real early. That's real early. Correct. He must really like the rest of his. I mean, I don't know why he likes the rest of his.
He's only got 2 running backs.
Yeah.
I don't
Okay.
know that decision.
It's early.
Anybody else think Beckham kind of wakes up this year?
I think he has the potential to, for sure.
I don't think he'd be his normal self like he used to be, but I could see 1,000 yards, 1,200 yards.
Cabin.
I had him last year, and he wasn't doing much.
And you have to regret
All
that.
right, Megan. All right, Megan. I see you, girl. I see you. All right. All right.
For a while.
Just a little bit. He's got a lot of stuff going on. That's for sure. What in the world are you doing there, Jason? That is a dumb pick.
What is that?
That is a dumb pick.
Who the fuck is that?
I don't know. No, he didn't want him. Okay, thank God. All right,
That's free agent.
All right. Ooh, thank Christ.
4 years ago.
I was about to say thank you for that. Thank you for that, Jason. Thank you. Go ahead. What the hell was that pick, bro?
I wonder if he's trying to search someone else.
Maybe. I need a pause draft and then resume draft. There we go. That was obviously an accident. That was a bad accident, though. It's a bad accident. My God.
Like, I don't think I've ever owned anybody that can get you 0 points all year.
That's not good. Not a good call there.
That would have been a first.
That would have been for sure. So yeah, man, he went to double quarterbacks. Interesting there, Wayne. Interesting. That kind of blows because I was hoping to target one of the guys that I wanted, and 2 of them just got snagged up.
When it starts hurting, not picking a quarterback. That's why I tend to. If it's like Josh Allen, Mahomes, I got to jump on it.
I'll live. I'm not too worried about it. I still got the guys I want to target anyway, so we'll see what happens. All right. Don't you do it, Megan. Don't you do it.
Of course you know she's going to steal your picks.
Don't do it.
You know she's going to.
Don't do it. She didn't do it. Okay, thank Christ. Woo! Need to make sure I get at least a quarterback who can score in the 400-point range if he stays healthy. That's a good take there. That's a great take there. Don't do it, Jason. Just let him go. Let him slide right by. Good boy. Good boy. That's what I'm talking about. That's great value. That's great value in round 10.
Here. And then I'll go.
Am I the only one that gets mad when you guys see like Ayuk and Debo get picked?
No, it's me. It happened in my other league. He got picked literally.
Kittle and Mostert. I can't draft the whole squad.
He got taken a spot before I was going to draft him. Like literally a spot before I was drafting him. It was great value too. I think it was like round 8. He slid all the way to 8, and I was like, I'm pulling the trigger here. It doesn't make any sense not to. And then someone snagged him up. And then in my other league, it was coming back around on my turn. It was going to be round 6, round 7, and Mostert and Ayuk were both available. And that's where I have him targeted. So I was like, dude, am I going to have to take these guys back to back on my board? Jesus Christ, please don't make me do this back to back. And then someone took Mostert like 2 spots before me. I was like, okay, thank God. I don't feel guilty. Ooh, good old Rojo there.
Our quarterback's valued a little bit.
What the frick, Megan? What the frick?
You already know you should just expect that she's going to alter your picks.
Oh, that stings. That stings, man. I thought I was about to snag this dude in 12 because there's no way Jason was drafting him. That's a good take with Corey Davis there, babe. That's a good freaking take. Make sure I get the defense I want here.
So last year I drafted Young Ho.
That was the defense I was looking at.
There you go. Suck it, Ziv.
In the last round last year.
Well, I got the
Young Hoku.
Yep.
That's a good one. Hey, it's a good one.
Always the kickers like second, third, or last pick.
On here, Jason. What's your plan here, bro? What's your plan? Matt Ryan. I like it. Now, what's your plan? Go defense. You need to go defense. Go defense. Go defense. Go defense. Go defense, Jay. Go defense, Jay.
Who are you waiting on?
Go defense, Jay.
Well, he wants Jason to pick a defense because he wants the person
Jay
that he wants.
Who do you want though? If he's next pick, you can say it.
True.
I'm pretty sure he wants Justin Tucker.
Absolutely.
That's a good pick.
Give me my kicker. Jason, don't you freaking do it. You son of a gun. What the?
He's got 3 quarterbacks. Why?
Holy shiitake mushrooms.
Oh my
goodness. Holy shiitake mushrooms. He's not even gonna. Oh my lord.
He's not gonna get a defense.
I'll take
Either
it.
A defense or a kicker. What is he doing?
A lot of people haven't took defense yet.
Yeah, but he also doesn't have a kicker, and he's got 1 pick left.
Ah! Oh, there goes Jonnu Smith, and I get my boy. RB run in round 15. Let's freaking go. Hopefully RB1. Hopefully RB1.
I'm gonna have to trade you Carter. It's a handcuff.
So yeah, draft is now officially done, right? We got our draft boards all set up. Everyone's drafted their teams. Everyone's feeling comfortable and confident about their teams and their week 1 matchups. Let's take a look at that draft board. You guys can get a look at kind of just what everybody did, and will make me smaller because I'm really not the important thing here. This draft board is. So nothing crazy with McCaffrey going early. The first kind of shock pick, I would say, was Pat Mahomes there, that Ram who was in the chat. You guys heard him talking a lot. Pat Mahomes there in the first round. X, did that shock you at all? Were there any moves on this board that kind of surprised you?
I think you cut out there. What?
Were there any moves that surprised you in this draft? I was talking about Pat Mahomes shocked me there in the second round as early as he went.
I mean, I'm not exactly surprised by that because so far every draft I've been in, he's gone within the first 2 rounds.
Sure.
So that's not really much a surprise. Same with Tyreek Hill, Devontae Adams, first 2 rounds. Travis Kelce, I feel like was kind of a shock. Maybe halfway through the second round. I feel like usually he'll go later in the second or early in the third.
Mm-hmm.
But also Darren Wallace before George Kittle was also a big shock.
Yeah, Runa going with Waller before Kittle was a little bit of a surprise to me as well, seeing as he writes for SI. I don't know if you knew that. Runa writes for SI for the 49ers. So I was a little surprised there with Waller before Kittle. there. Wasn't shocked that Ram took Kittle where he took him because he was talking about taking him earlier. That was nice for me, being able to go Chubb, being able to go Harris. I know Ram wasn't a fan of Harris. I'm in the opposite boat of him. I think he's going to be a workhorse. I think they're going to lean heavily on Najee Harris, especially in the run game. It makes them a little more diverse if Najee Harris early on in the season is a workhorse, because then it opens up things for Chase Claypool later in the year and Deontay Johnson. But that was, the fact that I was able to get Terry McLaurin in the 4th, with Justin Jefferson, I'm able to pick up Cooper Kupp after that. Brandon Ayuk. I got 4 wide receiver ones. I'm really feeling comfortable. And then Cortland Sutton there at the end of the draft for me as well feels really good, because I could be a number 1 there in Denver. Really depends on what's going on. But Zabe, now you had a nice little draft here, and I'm liking the construction of your team. How are you feeling after that draft? Where do you feel your team sits after what just happened in the inaugural first ever 49ers Cutback Fantasy Football League draft?
So I'm feeling pretty confident. I had the first pick in the draft, as you might already know.
Accurate.
If I didn't take Christian McCaffrey, that would just be a silly decision. So obviously I had to take Christian. Oh boy.
You're fine.
Obviously I had to take Christian McCaffrey in the draft. But coming around, I got some top tier receivers and some mid to high tier running back. So I'm feeling pretty confident going into the draft and into the season.
I would say, yeah, you number 1 overall pick, right? Obviously feeling comfortable. You're going to get at least one elite top end running back. And then you did a really good job just filling out top to bottom overall. You go out and you grab DeAndre Hopkins and Stephon Diggs not too long after that. You also got yourself James Robinson, which is a really good pickup there. I like that. And then rounding out that running back room also in your top half anyway, Mr. Miles Sanders, a guy that always is boom or bust a potential. And ironically enough, right, you made the moves that you made, you grabbed the guys that you grabbed, and you were in the chat with myself and with Ram, who ends up actually being, ironically enough, your first week matchup. You got to see the team he drafted, you get to see the draft strategy behind it. How are you feeling going into that week 1 matchup against Ram?
I feel really good going to that first week matchup. I've got a pretty strong receiver core, which I don't think he had too much of. I think he's betting a lot on Odell Beckham and Kenny Galladay. And Beckham he's been kind of a disappointment the last couple of years, it feels like. So, and I think he's taken a risk, especially going for Patrick Mahomes as early as he did. And where he might get him a lot of points. I just don't think his receiver core is just going to cut it for him. That's one of that's one of the risks, right? With when you go quarterback early, is you risk the potential of guys not being on the board there. And he does. He goes with Patrick Mahomes there in the 2nd round. Kenny Galladay, Odell Beckham are his top 2 wideouts. After that is Juju Smith-Schuster. On his bench, he's got Antonio Brown and CeeDee Lamb. So he does have some guys down there, bottom CeeDee Lamb especially, that has boom or bust potential. And I imagine he's going to end up throwing him into his actual lineup come closer to game time. But you're right. He definitely got some question marks there at the wide receiver position. Definitely some concerns going there. And you feel like you got the heads up on that matchup there. And right now, Sleeper agrees with you. 100% on that. It has you at a 73% chance of winning, sitting at a 183.69 as of this point in time. X, you are supposed to be the leader in the clubhouse in week 1. Your team is set to score the most amount of points in week 1. The league median is sitting at about 165. The X is over here putting up 183, the projected number in week 1. I'm the outlier in this league, it looks like.
Yeah.
Based on projections, you never want to take projections at face value, because you never know how it's going to go.
It could go either way, 100%, but your roster looks stacked. It looks loaded. It looks like you're ready to go. And then if you win this thing, you win the whole thing, right? You bring home the bacon, as they say. You get your choice of jerseys for the 49ers, especially since you're a 49ers fan. What jersey would you be targeting? What player you think you're going to be targeting?
So I'm a little bit undecided at the moment. I want to see how the season plays out, because I have a few jerseys already: Jimmy Garoppolo, George Kittle, Brandon Ayuk. Name
dropping. All right, I see how it is.
I'm not sure. I'm trying to remember if I have a Debo. I don't think I have a Debo. But I'm thinking maybe something in the future. So maybe Trey Lance. If I don't want to go that direction, maybe I'll get a Nick Bosa, or maybe a Kinlaw jersey.
Okay, all right, I see you there.
There are some options out there. I'll make my decisions during the season, though.
Absolutely, it's going to be a lot of fun, man. I'm glad you're in. I'm glad you're having a good time with it. You had a great draft, a great way to open up. Looks like you're on track for a good start to the season. I will see you in week 4. We'll see how you hold up by that point in time, indeed. But X-Man, thank you for taking the time. Thank you for hopping on just to talk to me about your team a little bit. And you will be catching up with X Patreon all throughout the year, how his roster is doing, how his matchups are playing out, and whether or not that confidence was a little too premature, a little too early, or if this guy hit it right out of the park and his team is rolling as we get further and further into the fantasy season. X-Man, thank you so much for being on. I appreciate it.
Of course. And hey, come week 4, I'm coming for you, brother.
We'll see.
All right. This Sibley rivalry goes a long ways.
True, it does. We'll see if you got enough juice left in the tank, though, by the time we get to week 4 and the rest of the way through.
Maybe by that time I'll want my title back.
Hey, you're going to go for that, brother? About. Oh, my gosh. He wants to bring up the pot. He's going to bring it up. Well, it's been sitting here for some time, X.
I haven't challenged for it in over a year.
It has been quite some time. I'm still the BVB champion. I've been the BVB champion for some time, holding on to this beautiful championship belt. Let's see if you can come take it from. Maybe you should take a grab in week 4. It'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see indeed. X-Man, thank you so much. We'll talk to you soon. So you heard it from the man himself, the Saiyan squad. Feeling the XTC. He's feeling really good. He's feeling really comfortable with his team, where his team's at. We'll see if that confidence is put in the right spot or if it's put to the test in week 1, maybe even week 4, possibly sooner than that. There's a lot of teams to get through in this league. This is just one of many. A lot of good things out of this draft. We still got lots of conversations to have with lots of people on their team. So hopefully we're able to get those in sooner rather than later. We can talk some matchups, get some smack talk going on. But the inaugural, very first ever Fantasy Football League draft here on the 49ers Cutback is over. It's completed. It's done. Rosters are set. Teams, members are ready to do battle. And Patreon, it is going to get fun. It's going to heat up really, really quick. So if you're not already on Patreon, if you're watching the highlight stuff or any sort of recap here on YouTube, make sure you hop over to Patreon as well, so that way you don't miss any of this coverage of the Fantasy Football League here with the 49ers Cutback. Make sure you don't miss any of my weekly shows about fantasy football, talking about matchups, players to watch, things of that nature. Could help you out in a pinch. You never quite know. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. Make sure you hop on over, join the Cutback community in a variety of ways, many ways for you to participate with the Cutback and the Cutback crew. And until next time, 49ers fans and Patreon, you stay safe. And remember, the right way, it's always the 49ers way.